Hey guys, Tanner here with STK Cattle and Hay. Today I'm going to put some cows in on the, I've got a little pond deal I have to keep fenced off most of the time. We're going to move them over there. Got the help today. That's Idaho. It's Grizz's girlfriend. There, she's, you probably better stay in. There's a bunch of sandburs. I'll be back. But we're going to get these cows coming. This is our, I guess our main herd of cows here. They're on Bermuda and crabgrass, sandburs. Let's see, here we go. Here's a crabgrass seed head. You got the wild peas are doing very good out here. Cows love them. There's Bermuda out here. I just don't exactly see it where I'm sitting. Get the good old sandburs. It's got to be Bermuda pretty close. We've got a pretty decent stand of Bermuda out here, actually. Anyways, there's a lot of variety. It's interesting how many legumes are out here for not being fertilized. Rotational graze. Well, there's some Bermuda. That's a Bermuda plant, the Ozarka Bermuda. It doesn't put on seed heads, so it's about all you get out of it. There's a tiller of it. So right now the cows are running pretty loose. I got real busy this summer and went to just rotating them on 80s every 30 days. So I hope to get back to little smaller pastures over the winter, get some fences fixed and chargers put up, stuff like that. Cows really like this bottom here. I mean, we're obviously up on a hill, but they really like that bottom. Got a couple butcher steers in here. Oh, there's one. I mean, that's half Corianny, part Hereford. I think he'll eat all right. That's the next one on the butcher list. We sold a bunch of steers at the sale. I filled as many orders as I could, and with cattle prices the way they are, I couldn't make sense of keeping all the steers. I've had steers from 3 years old all the way down to yearlings that were all weaned and ready to go. And I pretty well couldn't charge enough to justify keeping them. So made the decision to downsize our steers, and we'll go for it, and we'll keep the yearlings out of this. We got one more. There's a yearling steer out here. That one's he's kind of an odd age, but he's about 30 months, and I probably won't butcher him until spring. I personally like the flavor of a little bigger or a little older steers. They also don't mind older cows either, so if we have any open heifers or anything, we'll likely keep those. This is Louise, one of our original Coriannies. We got her and her sister Thelma. I don't see her right now, but oh, there she is. There's Thelma. Right there. Swatting at flies. Flies haven't been too bad this year. They're doing pretty. I mean, yeah, we have them. Won't say we don't have any, but look at that heifer. Squirrel. Well, don't go hiding. I like the looks of those heifers. So we're anyways, well, let's get on with moving. There's a little pond. We dug it out, rebuilt it in the drought. It was pretty dry. There's my pet cow, not the spotted one, the red one behind her. She'll come eat out of my hand. Oh. But we got the bulls pulled out of these. Like I said, they were exposed for 45 days. We will be preg checking and sell from there. But in my experience, most of the Corianis come back bred. So get 1 or 2 a year that come up open. That's just, you'll have that. But usually not a high rate of opens. So this summer we hit a little dry spell, and you see where the purple flowers are right there? That is kind of a mud hole. I don't know if you can see it from this angle, but I tried to dig a ditch right there to that, between that tree and there is an old dugout pond. Probably dug with an old tumble bug and a couple mules or something, I don't know. There's an old windmill in that single tree. There's a windmill in it. So I assume they just pumped water into that pit. And then there's on the other side of this hill. See, I dug the ditch. Coming along, goes over here to another ditch, trying to connect them. I don't know if I'll ever be able to through that hill, but I have seen the water pretty high. So you see the purple flowers over there. See standing water here. That's part of another ditch I've dug over the past couple years. We started it whenever we were cleaning the pond out and had a carryall up here. We tried to pull that out and drain this whole bottom, which holds water really bad, gets real swampy. Oh, forgot I was calling cows. They didn't forget I was calling them though. Sorry, don't know how that went through, but I ended up with one of them stupid spam callers, or obviously recording on my phone. But cows are coming. I forgot to turn my siren on. So they're coming along though. We got a oil lease road. There's an oil well up over that hill. It's been there for 50 or so years. But I tried my hand at some road grading. It's not perfect, but I made a little ditch, pulled the rock up on the road. Not too bad for who it's for. I'd like all these cows to go in this deal at once. But you know, you can see where we were trying to drain into this pond we're heading to. It's kind of in these trees. There was dirt sold out of here. Our county barn is right there. That's one of their shops, buildings, whatever. That's where all the road graders, brush beaters, all of them were parked up in there. But they've bought dirt from here before in the past to build up low spots on roads and stuff. So I turned it into a pond. It always held water, but it never was never was smoothed out. It was just, you know, wherever the trackhoe dug. I did some work on getting that, or had some work done trying to get that smoothed up. We took a foot or so out to make a barn pad, and I still haven't built the barn, but it's got the pad for it. These cattle really don't have any need to call. They're got plenty to eat. There's our cow we call Spot. I don't know if you could tell why, but yep, that's Spot. That's her daughter from last year, walking right there. I think she has a bull calf this year. Nice gray bull calf. It's got some horns on him, so he won't make a herd bull. But good looking calf nonetheless. We'll dehorn him and keep him for a steer. Her heifer from last year was a full-blood Corianny. She came to us bred, so she was a roped-out heifer. There's one called Jersey. Came in a bunch of ropers. I'm not so sure she's not half Jersey, but my pet cow is her daughter, and was sired by a Corianny. So I don't have a Corianny bull, but our bulls do have some Corianny influence in them. So that, and a lighter colored heifer. There's her this year's offering she brought. Came out polled, really nice looking girl. As a part Jersey, I assume she keeps plenty of milk. There's a cow we call Nubs. Tail's frozen off, and I couldn't ever catch her in a squeeze chute. She would take one of those horns and hook the side latches on the squeeze chute and drop a side down, and it would jump out the side. She did it 3 times in a row. So she doesn't have an ear tag or a brand, but I guess I know she's mine. She does have a yellow tag. Doesn't say anything legible on it anymore. I think she does have a brand on her of some sort, things like Circle. But anyways, not that concerned about it, because I'm about the only person with Coriannies out here. So you see our Charger. And we're in here to the pond. There's our pond. It doesn't have a ton of water in it. We're just going to leave these cows in this little corner overnight. It's about 7 o'clock in the evening. I'll come out at 7 or 8 in the morning and open it up, let them back out. But there is quite a bit of grass. They haven't been in here since spring, I don't think. But we got blue stem. Turn the whistle off. Oh, well, what you doing? Someone came up and mooed at me real close. We got some Johnson grass. There's not enough in here for me to be too concerned about. They'll knock that out. Like I said, there's blue stem. There's some common Bermuda, which would be, I mean, Bermuda's not native, so can't call it native, but I mean, what is native whenever it's what comes up in our area now. I think what we call native, what we consider native from 200 years ago, used to say that seed didn't come from somewhere else as well. So there's that common Bermuda. It's just a unimproved variety of Bermuda. It grows in most bar ditches. There's plenty of forbs out here, obviously. Must have had a feed bale in here at one point, because there's some feed. That's not Johnson grass. That's actual feed, or what you might call shatter cane. So I'll get out here in the shade and we'll look at some grass. Mosquito swatted my camera hand. Sorry. And it's dove season too. So if you heard the gun going off, that's what it was from. Come on. So here is little blue stem. This is not native. It was either brought in or bred. And I think it was developed here in western Oklahoma. I think if I remember right, it was developed in Woodward, Oklahoma. But it's a good grass. Animals don't particularly love it, but it does well. I get told all the time it won't grow in sand. Well, I'm in sand, and I didn't plant that, so it's here on its own accord. I know I unrolled some rye bales out here last year. So there's some rye, volunteer rye coming up. So if we get some of these weeds, forbs, stomped back, we will have a decent little rye crop. There's some crabgrass, sandburrs naturally. Those aren't native either, but they grow real well. Anyways, yeah, I don't see. Let's see, we got some other native type grasses. This is what I'd call barnyard grass. Also be considered like I think that's what they call German millet. No, not German. Japanese millet. We've had some pigs in here, or maybe an armadillo. Most likely pigs. Some more blue stem. Idaho, stay here. So here's a more native type grass. Idaho, what are you doing? Don't know exactly what that is. I didn't. Hey, come here. Idaho, come here. Come here. Come here. We're obviously right next to the blacktop. This isn't a highway, it's a county road, but you can see there's the kind of more native species of grass growing along this edge. Yeah, I'll shut the gate on these ladies, and maybe 2 acres. I haven't checked, but they'll Idaho, come here. She wants to go explore. She also says the sandburrs are hard on her feet. So we always had a really big mud hole here. It was bad enough to the point where this feed truck would, every time you go through it, it would smack into the bottom of these back toolboxes. I mean, there's a lot of overhang behind this. Then that, got the bulletproof hitch, and that thing would just cut a nice groove, which I normally take that off if I'm doing too much feeding through pastures or whatever. One stupid calf. Always gotta be one. Always. But we filled that in. It's not great, but it's better. We're a little drier right now. Not terrible. I mean, there's moisture where I knocked the dirt over. There's moisture in that, so. But I'll probably bring my a tractor with 3-point blade. And mosquitoes are getting me good here. And blade that back in a little bit. But like I said, that's way better than it used to be. Come on, Ida. Idaho, come on. So yeah, that's what we're doing now. Like I said, we're trying to keep more of a straight Coriani herd to base our cross off of. I don't think I can go to. Ooh, there's some gamma grass along the fence. I didn't see that. See that there? That's great. I like it. That's more of a short grass. This is a good one to have, a good starter for if you're trying to develop some native grass. And I'd love to see native grass, blue stems, big blue, little blue, native blue stems coming through the coming in my Bermuda eventually. I can tell you that pastures out here that don't get that you don't reseed, they don't come up with anything. I don't know if it's just the way they were farmed or what the reasoning is, but nothing grows. There's no, if it's left unplanted out here, it doesn't come up to much. I've got 80 acres out here that has only been overseeded to rye in the past, and just straight no-tilled in for 20 years straight. And there is no native grass or no warm season perennials growing in it at all. I will likely be working that ground up and starting to plant some annuals and have a little annual crop back there on the 80. We'll keep feeding some native grass hay and rotating through it. And as long as we're going to farm it once, because it's nothing but lance leaf, ragweed, or I don't even know if it's lance leaf. It's western ragweed maybe. But almost nothing eats it. And that 80 acres is 90% ragweed. Here's what that looks like. Just stemmy, sticky, it's just sappy, and it's terrible. Just unpalatable, nasty stuff. So I'm gonna farm that under so we can start over. It's not ideal, but I'll have a tractor and drill right behind it. We'll be overseeding it to a ryegrass mix with some clovers, vetch, winter peas. That is one thing that does grow out there, is those native peas. Those come up in it just fine. Still got that one stupid calf. It will find a way in, whether it wrecks the hot wire or however else it decides to do it. So, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you guys are having a great day, and have a blessed day, and we'll see you next time.